We're talking about disruption and what comes out of chaos versus what comes out of order, and I think that that's the interesting thing about leadership is that you need to create enough order so you can allow some chaos. And I think it was curious because when we went in, I was really worried about who was going to control the jury and the conversation. And the first day I worked really hard to watch everybody, and I think when you're in a leadership position, whether it's a jury chair or a company, you really are a conductor, and you're trying to figure out what instruments you're working with, and like who's the kettle drum and who's the beautiful virtuoso violinist. And it was very interesting because I watched the room the entire time, and when we got to the critical place, there was one Japanese man, and he'd been very quiet. And I looked over and I said, "Do you have anything you want to say?" And he said, "I got one thing." And he said, "This piece for Honda on Senna is a very important piece, and I think it represents a note in the show that we don't have yet." And all of a sudden, a piece that was somewhat invisible went to gold. But it was interesting, and I think people felt comfortable in the strictness of how we were going to do something, the process, but realized in the structure they also had a lot of freedom. I don't know, it was an interesting experiment. I think it worked.
Yeah.